Hey guys, welcome to another edition. Today I'm going to take you back to my roots. My roots growing up in Jamaica, we used to make this papa meal called rundown. I'm going to show you how to make rundown. So currently on the board, we've got some salt fish, salted cod. We also have scotch bonnet, coconut milk, onion, sweet potato, and just a normal potato. First things first, I'm going to put some water on, and this is for my salt fish. This basically is going to get rid of some of the excess salt from the cod. Yeah, I'm not just going to peel my potatoes. So to start the cooking, first thing, I'm going to pour my can of coconut milk in. And also, I'm probably going to add about the equal amount of water in with the coconut milk. Water goes in as well. I'm just going to give that a stir just to make sure the consistency is there. So my coconut milk has been here kind of heating through for a bit. Now I'm just going to add these ingredients. I'm going to add roughly chopped onions. I've got some fresh thyme. I've got a scotch bonnet pepper. And I've also got some roughly chopped 2 cloves of garlic right there. This is all just going to go in. I'm just going to let those kind of flavor my coconut milk. Now the lid can go back on. Alright, so now I'm going to need some flour. What you need in this situation, plain flour, not self-rising flour. You're going to need some plain flour. I'm going to pour some flour out here. Basically, I need enough flour for about 3 to 4 people because I'm going to make some dumplings with it. Also, to go with my flour, I'm going to add some cornmeal, or they call it in England polenta. I'm just going to add some of that basically just to straighten my dumplings when I'm ready to make it. Basically, just gonna use a spoon to mix that in, just to make sure it's gonna evenly mix through the cornmeal and the flour. At this stage, I could also just use my spoon to start mixing the flour. Slowly add water. So when you're finished, that's the consistency you should get. Right guys, so my saltfish have been boiling basically. I've boiled off most of the salt from it. It's been on for about 20 minutes. That's what it looks like. So I'm just going to leave this aside as well until I'm ready for it. So with boiling it, what you're basically doing, you're getting rid of the excess salt that was initially put on the fish to preserve it. So now it's a lot less salty, and it's kind of ready for cooking. The first thing I'm going to add is some chopped carrots. So at this stage, I could also just drop in my potatoes in. So I'm putting in a combination of sweet potato as well as just your normal potatoes. Sweet potatoes have such vibrant colors. I could now start to adding in my dumplings. Basically, I'm just you can see how that's coming on nicely. Okay, so now all my dumplings are in, all my potatoes are in. I need to start seasoning this pot now. So I'm gonna add a touch of salt in, not too much salt because I already have the saltfish that's gonna be going in a bit later, and that in itself is gonna add that extra bit of seasoning to my dish. I'm also gonna add here about 3/4 of a pack of cock flavored noodle mix. So I'm just gonna add the whole content of this in. Just mix that in nicely. So at the moment it's got that soup-like texture to it, but once you let it reduce, you'll see the natural consistency of it a bit later. I'm also going to put a touch of my Maggi liquid seasoning in. Of course, I use this in pretty much most of my dishes. So there you go. That's how my rendang's coming on. So now, all that's left to be added is, I'm going to add in my vegetables that's left, and also my salted fish. These could go in at this stage. This will literally be done in about another 5 minutes. I'm just going to mix these in. Slowly mix them in. And I'm gonna turn my heat down and just let this simmer for another 5 minutes. So guys, well, it's been about 5 minutes now, so let's have a check-in to see how it's coming on. Okay. Yeah, that looks very much ready to me. So I could literally turn the heat off now. So here we go, guys. My rendang is done and dusted. So that's it. That's the consistency you're looking for when you make your rendang. Let me show you the consistency of the coconut milk. So here's my Jamaican rendang with dumplings, sweet potato, Irish potato, saltfish, and vegetables.